Hello, everybody. Welcome to
Rockwall, Texas. We are in the Dallas suburbs, way on the far east side. Dallas, Texas, baby. Welcome to Texas. We're going to be exploring a suburb of Dallas, way on the far east side.
We're here at the Walmart. I went there last night.
In Walmart, man. Walmart.
Nice Walmart.
Temperature's 98 degrees. I won't fit. You can go. Appreciate that, though. Very nice of you. I appreciate your courtesy, but there's two idiots that are blocking the road. It's not a place to park, person. Very inconsiderate. I'm even waiting for somebody, but that's not where you're supposed to do that. And this one's just like walking slowly. Here you go.
Oh, you're not going. Okay.
And the one behind him is. Are you going or are you not? These people here can't make up their mind about what they're doing. For that cold drink at Starbucks today. That might make me cough a little bit. Okay. Rockwall, Texas.
Yeah.
Rockwall. Not Rockwell. Rockwall. I believe I can fly every night and day. Put your hair and walk away. Alright guys, this is our first video for today. Current temperature is 98 degrees. It will easily hit 100 and beyond today.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it's going to hit 103. Is that the Popo? Oh man.
So.
Just act normal, huh? Act normal. Yo, you're drawing too much attention, bro.
By what?
By not acting normal.
The one who's not acting normal is you.
So there's this beautiful, huge lake here on the east side of Dallas, and you can just make out the skyline in the distance. Just make out the skyline. Office space for lease right there. Not bad. Open up a YouTube consulting service here in Dallas. If you are thinking about moving to the Dallas area, and you appreciate this video, YouTube has this new feature where you can directly sync your YouTube creator. So there's the like. They got rid of the dislike, so if you don't like me too bad, at the bottom it says sync. You can sync me for this video. So if you're moving to Dallas and you're thinking about Dallas area and
This video helps you.
Hey man, put $5 in my gas tank so we can keep doing this for you and for other people and for us too. For everybody. It's a win-win for everybody.
I know a lot of people are moving to this area. Everybody I met in this area is from California.
I can't believe how many people I have met from California here. That is very true. Lots of people from California. Seems like really good people out here though.
Yeah.
Good people, man. Just genuinely good people here in Dallas. It is a hot dust bowl though, and this is unbearable.
I like it. There's breezes, there's
Maybe there's some type of blood clogged in your head from the heat for you to say that.
It's not humidity. I guarantee you'll go back to Florida and be like, I'd rather be over there.
I'm going to be honest, it's not as bad as the humidity, but this is its own breed of evil. This is its own personal breed of evil.
Could you sit outside?
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not as bad as Florida humidity, but it's still like its own breed of evil weather inclement. That's still not.
I like it.
Well, some people like stupid things, Katie. But the most
like you.
vast majority, look at these houses. I'm looking at the lake, bro. The vast
Majority.
of people. The vast maternity of people.
Maternity is closed for pregnant women. Or pregnant women in general when talking about a maternity ward.
Is there a street here I can go into? back in this neighborhood. The houses look gorgeous. Wow. There's houses on the left of us, and they're up on a hill overlooking this lake. You guys are going to see the lake later on in the video, so don't leave quite yet. What type of stores are down there?
Tuesday morning, running shoe warehouse.
Tuesday
Yoga,
morning is a
Party
maternity
City.
store, right?
What? No!
Lonely, lonely, lonely.
It's kind of like a Hobby Lobby.
Lonely,
With
lonely.
knickknacks.
When I'm singing, what are you not supposed to do when I'm singing?
You asked me a question.
What are you not supposed to do when I'm singing?
Talk.
Don't interrupt me when I'm singing. This is important.
But you asked me a question.
And I understand that. You feel that I asked you a question? I'm gonna sit in the shade. Forget it. People behind me can get as mad as they want. Lonely, lonely, lonely Tuesday morning in a Dallas suburb where it's hot as crap. It's already hit 100. Wow, this is unbearable. So they have a little down, like a town center here, and they got some beautiful houses overlooking these lakes. Man, this is definitely nice. It's better than Kansas City, I'll tell you that much. Although it's, I don't know, that rich neighborhood in Kansas City was kind of off the scales. Main Street Consignment, Sonics. After a while, this heat will fry your brains, just like Florida humidity would.
Nah.
Oh yeah, it would. Let's just move forward now. The line's getting kind of long behind me. There's a jacked up Yukinator over there. Got that Yukinator down there. There we go. Got that Yukinator. Don't be a hater. Just cause your neighbor's got a Yukinator, all that means is that he's better.
It's only like 2, maybe 3 months.
What have I said about interrupting me while I'm singing?
Make sure I do it often.
It's like you're not talking, and as soon as I start singing, you start talking. Bro, have some Haitian consideration, bro. Show me some Haitian consideration, man.
Show me consideration.
What were you saying that was not important?
I don't remember now.
You don't even remember it. Now, my song could have made millions for people. Now, I like how they have big trees overhanging the road. In a place where it gets this hot, that is definitely a plus.
Oh, I remembered. Only 2 months a year it's hot, maybe 3.
No, it's like 4 or 5 months. This
No.
is ridiculously hot.
Just some.
I do appreciate these trees overhanging the road, though.
Yes. There's lots of trees.
Lonely, lonely, lonely Tuesday morning.
I'm more whereas there's no trees.
I think me singing makes you want to talk.
It does.
Every time I start singing, you start talking.
Yeah.
And when I'm improvising music, you can't interrupt me, bro. You'll mess up my whole vibe, man. You know, that's not something I can recreate. Like, that's a spur of the moment thing. You know, like, you gotta respect
The genius.
the genius of my creative abilities, bro.
Okay.
You know, that's not something you're just gonna be able to recreate. That's a moment in history that cannot be replicated or reproduced. I love how I'm always trying to drive in the wrong way on the noise. Lonely, lonely, lonely person walking through downtown wherever the crap we are. This sounds like a one-way, but I'm gonna go through anyways. Lonely, lonely, lonely pedestrian walking through the Dallas suburbs today. La, 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 la. There's a lot of Asian people in Texas. Much more than Florida. Now, I don't know what type of Asia they are. I think they're like maybe Bangladeshi or Indian or something. I don't think they're Indian though. What are these people mostly? Can you look up Asians in Texas, like which groups are the biggest? I don't know if they even have that, but Asians in Texas by nationality. Lonely, 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 lonely Texas. It seems like a nice little town. It really does. Lonely, 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 somewhere in Texas. Nice little suburb. Great little businesses too. You see how like nice the businesses look? Lonely, 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 wow, in Texas. This will take us all across that water. I think before I go across the water, I want to go to some of these residential communities, so we can see some of their like lakeshore, and see some of their like nice lakeside houses. Llegamos a Dallas, Texas.
Okay. It's 1% Indian.
Okay. The whole state?
Yeah.
Okay, so Indians. Indianapolis.
You've got 0.8% Vietnamese.
Okay, a lot of Vietnamese. Now I know what a Vietnamese
Like
person
137,000 or something like that.
But I know what a Vietnamese person is.
Mm-hmm. Korean, Japanese.
I know what a Korean looks like. I know what a Japanese looks like.
Pacific Islander.
Okay, those I'm not familiar with because we don't have those in Florida.
Yeah. And then they broke down the percentage of Hispanic.
What are they mostly?
31% Mexican.
Viva la raza!
0.09 Salvadorian.
Viva la salva!
0.5% Puerto Rican.
Viva la Rican!
0.4% Honduran.
Viva la Honduran!
0.3% Guatemalan.
Guatemala! Guatemala mala! Mala mala mala! Guatemalas y Guatemalos.
0.3% Spaniard.
España! El país de España!
0.2% Colombian.
Gracias.
0.2% Cuban.
¿Qué bola hacer? Oye, mi hermano. Oye, no, tú estás acabando de hacer. No, en Guatemala. I'm sure my blood pressure just went up doing that. Yep, I can feel it. Rising slowly. Esta guagua se me atravesó, man. That's it. So I don't know what. Maybe they're Indian. Maybe there's just a different type of Indian that I haven't met yet. It's very rude to ask somebody randomly where they're from. But it's like I'm sure if I lived here I'd know by now. It's very rude. It's just if you see somebody and you don't know where the crap they're from, being like, what type of African are you? That's definitely rude. Don't ever do that.
Okay, in 2011, 69.8% of the population of Texas younger than the age of 1 were minorities, meaning they had at least one parent who is not a non-H white.
So basically, Texas is going to be like very diverse.
Yeah.
In the future, and that's good because those kids, first generation, are always very well educated. More than, I don't know if you guys know this, for a lot of nationalities, Cuban, Vietnamese, not so much Mexican, but Cuban, Vietnamese, Indian, they're first generation Americans that are scholars. You understand? They're gonna shine.
Yeah.
Because the parents are like, okay, this is our first generation born in America. These people have to be, they gotta have money, they gotta have education, they gotta work, they can't be a mess up for the most part, you know? The first generation, like for example, Cuban Americans, this was a stat that I read a while back, but it was a stat along the lines of Cuban Americans have the highest graduation rate of any other nationality for first generation. First generation Cuban Americans have the highest graduation rate of any nationality in anything. So, not sure what it is. I guess, you know, like if you come from another country, you bring your kids here, and they're the first generation of your family born in this country. They're U.S. citizens. parents usually put a lot of stress. Like, I know my family, all of us who've had first generation children born here, at least speaking of my siblings, have really put a lot in the education. I mean, like, going above and beyond to giving them education. Like, we were just talking about my niece who's starting kindergarten, how we could kind of get together and see if we could, like, put her in a school that's like $10,000 a year.
Yeah.
We literally sat down and talked about it. And we weren't able to do it this year because the school was already filled up. But we were talking about spending $10,000 a year in her schooling.
Yeah.
And that's starting off in kindergarten. So if you guys, and that's my sister's daughter, so if you guys need a realtor in Fort Myers area, that's my sister. And she makes a home sale. You know, if you're buying a house in Fort Myers, thinking about buying a house in Fort Myers, Southwest Florida, Susanna Rodriguez, 239-248-4793. That's my sister. She's a realtor in Fort Myers. And one of our goals right now is putting her daughter. She won't be able to do it this year because the school's already filled up. And there's also a complication because the school that's in Fort Myers, what's it called? Canterbury?
Yeah.
Which is one of the most prestigious schools, Katie said, apparently. We couldn't get her in it. Wow, this car is flying. It's 35 around here, buddy. It's 35, and I'm sightseeing. I'm in no rush, my friend. We're talking about putting her in Canterbury, but it's on the other side of Fort Myers. It's quite the...
Yeah, I looked it up for like...
What, it was more
first
than that?
grade up, it's like 20 grand.
So it goes up.
Yeah.
Which is practically an entire person's salary.
Yeah.
And we weren't able to do it this year, but it's in our goal. So, like, let's say if she sells you a, I don't know, $800,000 house, let's say. Look at the view from here.
Yeah.
This is pretty nice. So if she sells you like an $800,000 house, that's probably what the commission will be.
Yeah.
Then that's one of our goals, you know, for at least for next year.
Yeah.
The biggest challenge we have is that we're on the east side of Fort Myers, and that school is on the west side of Fort Myers. But I think she's gonna be. She might be transferring to Fort Myers from Naples. And if that happens, then almost certainly
She's going there.
she's going there.
Yeah.
So kindergarten is less. You said kindergarten was like 10,000, 11,000.
Yeah, because you're not sending the kid every day. It seemed like.
Well, anyways, so that school, that first grade school, they don't have 5 days a week. It's only like 3.
Sometimes. But yeah, it's less. I don't know why it's less, but it's less.
So like when she goes, if we're able to accomplish that, when she goes to like you know, to go to a job in the future, when you look at somebody for a really good job and this person since kindergarten has been paying $20,000 a year to go to school, you're like, yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. But those are the types of, I'm not saying we're gonna be able to do it, but it's in our plans, it's in our goals. We're trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
And that's the type of thing that, you know, first generation people do when it's their first generation. And then sometimes it takes a community effort. I mean, not just one person. It might take the whole family to pull it off, you know. But you're working towards it. Yeah, this is definitely, other than the unbearable heat, it's hot. It's just, other than that, and they get snow here too. So this place, you go from the extreme heats to the extreme colds, and I guess that's pretty much one of the downsides of this place. But other than that, it seems like a really gorgeous area.
I like the weather a little bit. I like the heat more than the like wet heat.
Yeah. This is nice, man. Yeah, this is great stuff. I think this is one of the best suburbs we've seen so far.
Definitely.
This is like a lake. We should do a top 10 best suburbs in America. I bet that'll get a lot of views. I'd throw like Nora in there. I'd throw this in there. There's still more in Dallas to see though.
Yeah.
I love that pine tree in front of the house. But you know, like for people that are, you know, you don't look at your kid as, if you're just a normal person, you may not look at it as that important. But for somebody who came from somewhere else, I think this is a dead end. Is it? I can't see with the glare. Is it there?
Yeah.
Okay. So we gotta turn back around.
It looks like there might be a loop, so.
Is there?
Yeah.
It's a dead end. It's hard to tell. The glare's hitting it so hard I can't even tell.
No, there's an exit.
Okay. Yeah, this is definitely like the type of place you would want to live if you could afford it. Any city this size is gonna have, incredible suburbs.
Yeah.
Look at the water fountains over there, golf courses. Ah, yes, city of Rockwall, parks and recreation. Was that it?
No, you're okay. Keep going.
Okay, Greg, we gotta cross that bridge to the next suburb, which is right across the street. On the other side of it, there's a bridge that goes across to the next suburb.
Okay.
How's the internet signal?
I've got 95%.
That's a,
And it just dropped to the 1 dot.
gotcha. And that is, that's a 4K video, so it's like 4 times longer than, that's a 4K video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a video that's like 4 times longer than. Okay, guys, we gotta cool down the phone. It's getting really hot. Give me a second, y'all. I know this sounds horrible, but we gotta cool down the phone before it turns off on us. Guys, but we have to cool these phones down. It is approaching 100 degrees today, so if we don't, the camera's just going to turn off and the video will go to crap. So we have to kind of just make sure that the devices don't get too warm. It's kind of one of the downsides of doing a road trip during a heat wave. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
What are these houses worth? 700,000 or 800,000?
We shall see.
You can see Rockwall. I'm ready to move here for the heat. Yeah, dang air conditioner right now.
I would move here.
This?
Yeah.
I hadn't looked at Dallas as a geographical place that would make sense for us, but it might be.
Yeah.
Texas and
It looks like these houses, you can get one like 5 to 6.
Oh, it's not even that expensive. Okay.
Yeah.
These big giant houses?
Some even 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's enough diversity in this metro area where you don't have to worry about people being idiots.
Yeah. Like this one's 5, 6. This one's 4.
It's reasonable.